Hello. My name is Annie, and today I've got my cash stuffing for the month of August. I hope you've all been well. Today's video is going to be a long one because I have a rant incoming. Welcome back to all my old subscribers who know the deal. But if you're new here, I use play money in the form of children's money and prop money to represent money I keep in my bank account. So I am a digital cash stuffer. I do this because I have an offset bank account, which is a bank account linked to my mortgage. And for every dollar that I keep in my bank account, my offset, I reduce the amount of interest I owe on the home loan. So it's a fantastic product for Australian homeowners. Anyway, let's count up the money here. I have $1,000, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000, $250, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $5,000. $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $20, $40, $50, $60, $65, $70. So that's $5,870. Let's get that put out on a tray. So first to my bills and sinking funds binder. I'm self-employed, so I have to manage my own taxes. We had a tax cut come in on the 1st of July. Now, I work on the money I earned from the month before. It helps me with my budget, and so when things change up and it's variable, at least I know what my whole number is. So taxes will be getting $1,800 this month, courtesy of the tax cut, $1,500, I also missed a couple days of work because I had COVID. I have to do a bit of condensing while I'm here. So I've got 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 9,500, 10,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So $10,500. I'm going to condense this. This should be 5,000. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got $10,500 in taxes. This is actually what I want to have a bit of a rant about. Not my taxes, but your taxes. I have been catching up a lot on other people's cash stuffing videos late at night before I go to bed. And there is something that a lot of Aussie cash stuffers do that makes me scream. I can't hold it in anymore. Let's talk about your children. Children's bank accounts and taxes in Australia. Now, we all just got that tax cut if you're a working Australian, right? From the 1st of July as the so-called cost of living measures. This is good for us in the short term, but really pretty awful for us in the long term. Our tax brackets have now shifted. So if you earn between $45,000 and $135,000 in that bracket, you now pay 30 cents per dollar for that money between that tax bracket. So I'm going to assume that if you're watching this video, you earn less than $135,000, okay? As an individual taxpayer. That gives us a rate of 30% taxes in that bracket. In the $18,200 to $45,000 tax bracket, that's 16 cents now per dollar. So a 16% tax rate on that. And if you earn less than $18,200 per year, you pay $0 in taxes. Of course, there is another 2% Medicare levy on top. Now, when you keep money in a regular bank account, that's not an offset account, which is what I have, what I just talked about, you earn interest from the bank every single month. And because this is money that you earn from the bank as interest, you get taxed on that. So you've got your regular salary taxed, and then you'll pay taxes on the interest that you earn. Now, if you earn less than $135,000 and you're in that 45K to 135K bracket, that interest will be taxed at 30% in your bank account. Now, I see a lot of you guys stuffing, an envelope for your kids. And then you guys say things like, oh, I'm going to deposit this into the children's bank account. And that makes me scream. I'm screeching, no, stop it. Why? At the screen late at night. The reason for this is because I'm going to assume that your child is under 16, okay? In Australia, we have basically no incentive for children to save in their bank accounts, okay? I know you might be thinking, oh, but I want to develop a great habit for my child. Yeah, who cares? No one cares about your child except for you. That's just a fact, okay? The federal government will tax your child's bank account at 47% if they earn more than $120 in the interest every single year. So if your child is earning $10 a month in bank interest, yay, no. And you don't file a tax return for them to get it back, government is taking 47%. I'm going to put that into context. Because of the new tax cuts that adults got, if you now earn $190,000 or above per year, you're only taxed at 45% on that tax bracket. So why do you want to make your children pay more tax than probably a multimillionaire? Okay, if you earn more than $190,000 per year, you're doing just fine. Let me do it out on paper for you. Okay, I'm just going to use my regular book that I keep my expenses in. If your kid is 16 years old or under, and basically you earn between $120 to $420, I'll say that again. If your kid is less than 16 years old and earns between $120 and $420 per year in their interest in their bank account, this is what's going to happen to them. They're going to be taxed at 47% on this money that they earned in their bank account, So let's work out what this is. 120 minus 47% is 47 divided by 100 times $120. Let's assume that. If your child earns $120 per year, so $10 a month in bank interest, and you don't file their tax return and all that stuff, they will be taxed at 47%, meaning that you think, oh, cute, I earned $120 per month, per year in interest. No, wrong. They really earned 63.6 in interest, and $56.40 will go to the tax man. Why? Because two reasons. If you're cynical, the reason is no one cares about your kids except for you, and the government thinks, well, most parents don't really understand taxes, so that American saying, it's like taking candy from a baby, really applies here, all right? Most parents are not educated enough to understand their own taxes, let alone their crotch goblins. And the second, part of the cynical reason is, well, children can't vote. So there is no pressure on the government to change this, okay? The second reason why this is taxed at 47% is to prevent parents from using their children's bank accounts to avoid paying their own taxes, okay? Now, it is all fine and dandy and noble to save money for your children, but if I had a little ankle biter, I would be putting that money in my own bank account. I'll explain why. Our tax brackets have just changed, right? So let's assume you earn between that bracket. Assuming that you earn between $45,001 and $135,000, so that's your regular pay, regular salary, whatever, you're already being taxed, right, at 30 cents per dollar in this category, yes? Remember, you still pay 16 cents per dollar in the $18,000 to $45,000 category. Now, you will continue to be taxed at this bracket, assuming all income from your workplace, your salary, plus your bank interest falls under $135,000. So that same $120 that the bank will give you in interest earned every single month, rather than being taxed at 47%, let's work out how much of it you get to keep. So, look at this. Adults are only taxed at 30 cents per dollar in this tax bracket. Children are taxed at 47%. Meaning that if you keep this money that you're going to put in your kid's bank account in your own bank account and you earn $120 of interest from the bank, you'll get to keep $84 of that $120, and $36 will go to the tax office. So, whereas your kid would keep $63.60, you keep $84. So, that's $20. Yeah, let's find $20. Yeah. Imagine that this is $20 drifting in the wind on the ground. Yeah, if you saw $20 on the ground, would you walk past it? Who do you think you are? Gina Reinhardt? Pick up the $20. So that's my rant. I, of course, have not added the 2% Medicare levy that you as an adult will pay, but, 32% is still lower than 47%. So money, put it in your bank accounts. That's what I would do. All right, if I had a child, I don't have a child, but if I had a child, I would not walk past $20 floating on the ground. $20 is $20. That's my rant over. I'm going to put all of the links to the tax office, the reading for this, in my description box below. This video is going to be very long. So, in my own personal taxes, I have $10,500. Back to the regular programming. Speaking of taxes, because this channel is riveting, isn't it? I'm going to put $750 extra into my superannuation to salary sacrifice. So this again reduces my taxable income further because I hate giving money to the government. And so should you. I've got 500, 1,000, 250, 500. So $1,500. Let me condense that. The beauty of superannuation is, again, a very attractive tax investment. We only tax superannuation or retirement money at 15 cents per dollar. So remember, we'll tax your crotch goblins at 47% per dollar. Yeah? Ouch. You can reduce your taxable income to only 15 cents per dollar if you put more money into your superannuation. Of course, the problem with this is that this is a very long-term investment and you can't touch your superannuation until you're in your 60s. But I'm going to be rich when I'm old, right? That's the plan. $1,500, and again, it sits in my offset account until the second last week of June, and I deposit that before end of financial year. Bills and utilities is getting its regular $500. I have $1,500, $600, $700, $800, and $30. $1,830. Council rates. I just got this in the mail. It's going up by a significant margin. It's getting $140 this month. Riddle me this. The council told me that my land value has decreased, but they're still increasing the cost. So, yeah. 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 50, $350. Strata levy. I'm also giving this an increase. It's getting $300 this month. I already know what it's increasing to because I'm on my building strata committee. So I have foreknowledge of exactly how much it's going to cost. $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, and $10. So strata levies include building insurance, cleaning, gardening, rubbish disposal, all of that fun stuff. And we have a full-time building manager on site. So medical is getting skipped. Business is getting $50. I will have to go see my accountant soon and my financial advisor. These are once a year face-to-face meetings. And I know, it's a pot and kettle situation here. I've just gone on a massive rant about taxes. And you're probably thinking, oh, so boring. Yeah, that's exactly what I think when I visit my accountant. Business is getting $500, $600, $700, $750, $70, $80, $85, $785. I kid you not, I found it so boring last year at my appointment that my foot fell asleep. Yeah. He had like a pair of scissors on his table and I was thinking, do I just grab it and just stick it in my foot to end my misery right now? Yeah. I know. If I find taxation boring, I can only imagine what you guys think about it. Savings is getting its regular $500. So I've got $5,000, $500, $6,000. I just had a brain fart. I'm going to swap this out. $6,000 in savings. Emergency fund remains unchanged at $15,000, and groceries is getting its regular $600, so that's groceries and eating out. I've got a bit of a conundrum for April. I get a Friday night takeaway every week, right? There are 5 Fridays this August, so we'll see how that budget goes. $600. Splurge, it's getting its regular $200. It's looking quite healthy, actually. So I've got 1,000, 250, 350, 450, 550, 570, 590, $1,590. Yep, that's great. I've got a weekend away coming up, so I'll be using this money. Home and miscellaneous is getting $100, so I've got $200 in here. Family's also getting $100, so I have 100, 20, 40, 45, $145. And gifts and hosting, it's getting $15. So now I have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Overspending still has $100. Again, if I go over in any of these categories, I'll be pulling from here. There is a planned Costco run, so probably will be dipping into this. And next month is getting $500, so that's 1,750. So I will be going away in September, so not working, so this money will cover me for my annual leave. So that's bills and utilities and sinking funds done. On to savings challenges. I haven't got out my dice. I'll be right back. This is my Scrimp and Save savings challenge. It's free if you want a copy, so shoot me an email and I'll send one over for you to print out. This is money I take away from groceries and eating out. I'm just going to use 2 dice. $4, easy. So $4 going into here, taking me to $43. New phone. This one is going to get $100. So in new phone, I have $500, $600, $700, $800, $900. Never the Bride. This is the wedding getaway. I'm giving it $100. So I've got $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, and $100. So great. Let me swap this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even 1,000, and I have a crispy 100. I need to get another nice 100 to gift and put it in their wishing well. So $1,100. I think I'm going to leave it here. That should be enough to cover accommodation, and my splurge fund is looking quite healthy, so I'll probably just spend money out of there. $1,500, right? I don't want to be spending that much money on a week away. Being an adult is being skipped, and Father's Day, this is coming up. It's getting $15. So we've got 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. $100 for Father's Day, which is September in Australia, but I actually might buy my dad something earlier. In Taiwan, Father's Day is on the 8th of the 8th, so 8th of August, because it is a homophone for father. So 8 is ba, so 8 is ba ba, so they call it Father's Day, ba ba jie. So I might treat my dad to something earlier on the 8th of August. $100 there. I don't know what to get him. Pretty much every year I get him something gardening, and it just enrages my mother a little bit. But he loves gardening, so I mean, to probably an obsessive level now that he's retired, so which is why it kind of annoys mum. But yeah, I don't live with them, so not my problem. And finally, Christmas is going to get the last 100. So now in Christmas, I have 100, 250, 70, 80, $280 in Christmas. All of these savings challenges and more are available on my Etsy site if you're interested in purchasing a download. I do also sell physical copies. I have a final reminder that my bank, ING, is doing a promotion where if you sign up and if you refer someone and they deposit $1,000 into this new bank account, they're giving both the new customer $100 and the referee, so referee me, $100. So if you have not opened up a bank account with the Australian bank ING and you want $100, I will put my referral code and the link for it in my description box below. So this is a long video for parents who are using bank accounts for their children and where these bank accounts are earning more interest and you're not filing a tax return for this child. I'm going to put the reading for children's bank accounts, the Australian Taxation Office website links in my description box below as well. So I hope you look into that. But yeah, I just wanted to rant about that because it drives me insane. I have a lot to rant about in taxes, but I could sit here for hours, and you guys don't have hours to listen to me be angry about the tax system. So I hope you've all been well, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.